Today's show and the following message are brought to you by Trevitt Hill. Cannabis investors expect big returns from the companies that they invest in. Unfortunately, not all cannabis investments succeed. Trevitt Hill's management team works with investors to help turn around, or in some cases purchase, their underperforming portfolio companies. To learn more, go to trevithill.com.
I invented CropTops Greenhouses, which is an instant pop-up portable greenhouse to protect your plants from storms. It can be used in all sorts of times in the year. It also can be used in greenhouse and indoor applications as a pesticide area where people do controls for pest hysteria, molds, and other problems, as well as an area for pollination and cloning and an actual quarantine for you to do further research and development of your strains and genetics.
It's the MJBulls podcast, a show about raising cannabis capital. I'm Dan Humiston, and on today's show, how this veteran Northern California grower overcame the challenges of climate by creating a portable greenhouse to protect her plants. Today in the Raising Cannabis Capital series, we are joined by AC Moon, who is the inventor and CEO of CropTops Greenhouses. She's also from Harvest Moon Munchie Company and Hash Yoga. AC, welcome to the MJBulls podcast.
Thank you so much, Dan. Thanks so much for having me.
Oh, it's my pleasure. You're an industry veteran. I mean, you've seen it all. And like I said, you're involved with a lot of ventures. Today, we're going to talk mostly about CropTops Greenhouses, which is a really exciting project that you're involved with. Maybe you could give our listeners sort of explain to them what CropTops Greenhouses is and how you got it started.
Absolutely, no problem. I've been growing for about 21 years in the hills of Northern California, where there's a really diverse climate. And in order for me to be able to grow plants in the locations that I needed to and to be able to amend the controls that I needed to in those environments, I really needed to innovate my own design, because I can't drag plants into greenhouses or drag them apart or any of those aspects. So I invented CropTops Greenhouses, which is an instant pop-up portable greenhouse to protect your plants from storms. It can be used in all sorts of times in the year. It also can be used in greenhouse and indoor applications as a pesticide area where people do controls for pest hysteria, molds, and other problems, as well as an area for pollination and cloning and an actual quarantine for you to do further research and development of your strains and genetics. So there's a lot of different multi-facets of it. It has a telescoping pole, weighs about 9.2 pounds, and comes in a little carrying case, and just made it so that anybody from your grandma all the way down to the basic home grower would be able to just pop this up and use it from ground level all the way to 9 feet tall. And the next innovations will be making it so agricultural and large commercial growers will be able to use those designs as well. So it's really cool to see it come into fruition.
Oh, man, that's so neat. And I read in your website, you have a patent on this.
Oh, absolutely. It's been a real long journey to get this patent, and learning it has been worth every dime and every piece of sweat and tear. And so I really love patenting. I love innovating. And I have several other designs that I am hoping to be able to bring to fruition and different upgrades of my present model. So patenting has become a real passion. So I really like intellectual property and how we can create things, and pretty much anything we need, we can find a way to create it in this world. So it's pretty cool to see where we're going.
Yeah, especially in the cannabis industry right now, there's a lot of really clever, innovative ideas. We're hearing a lot on our show, and I'm seeing a lot at trade shows. And I think maybe because there are so many new entrepreneurs are getting into this industry. So with CropTops Greenhouses, you right now have started to license the rights to use your product or to produce your product?
Yeah, licensing is something I definitely do some consulting on, so I'm not going to go too deep into how it works, but you definitely do allow your patent to be used by a larger company so that you don't have to go through all the venture capitalism that I have. I've literally grown my business from nothing on my own in the earth. So other people get investors, and at this point, as I launch towards the next steps, meeting those investors, I really like to be able to portray to people that, you can really invent anything and you can do it in all sorts of different ways. So licensing is a really important aspect to learn so that you can, symbiotically, people that are innovators or growers or business people can really work with the larger companies. And it's not so stressful on an independent entrepreneur as they move forward.
I want to take a minute to remind all of our listeners about a new podcast produced by MJBulls Media. Hemp Barons is a weekly show about the companies, products, and entrepreneurs who are using this amazing plant to create and improve the products we use every day. You can listen to Hemp Barons every Tuesday on Apple iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts from. So what's next for CropTops? Where are you going to take this? What's the next hurdle that you need to overcome?
Well, hopefully I'll be getting it licensed out, but if not, I'll be working on innovating new products and designs as well as accessories and the entire product line, which I've done extensive research and development on as market tested as well as worldwide. So as I'm going speaking internationally at different cannabis conferences around the world, I'll be hopefully doing additional research and development, developing further designs for different climates and environments and different aspects of growing in agriculture that it may be applicable to. Really just seeing those innovations going. I'm getting more patents pending and going into patenting in genetics and doing other things and really following that patent knowledge and application. Being able to combine all those passions and see CropTops moving forward to become an entire product line.
I know a lot of investors are interested in just purchasing patents. Would that ever be an opportunity for someone to purchase one of your patents?
Oh, definitely. As well as, I suppose, as horrible as it sounds, everybody's bought for the right price. But I'm looking for the symbiotic relationship of being able to have a partner that believes in the innovations that those of us that have worked on the ground of cannabis and our horticultural inventions and innovations are really applicable to the new industry as we commercialize, scale up, and do many different aspects of it. So looking for an investor and a partner that would really see not just the value of this patent, but the further patents of the entire product line.
Well, you certainly have the credentials, and you not only talk the talk, you walk the walk. Your tenure within this industry is, I don't know if there's too many people that can match what you've done. So an investor would be, an investor would have a really good partner.
It's been a struggle.
I'm sure, but it's getting better now. It's getting better. We'll have all of CropTop Greenhouse and AC's information on the MJBulls website. More information about their plans for expansion and how investors can participate will be on the MJBulls website. So, AC, I really appreciate you being on the show today. This has been fun.
Thank you so much, Dan, and good luck with all your adventures. I look forward to talking to you again soon.
Yeah, I look forward to talking to you too. Just a quick reminder that you can become an MJBulls member for just $4.99 per month and enjoy exclusive access to companies' pitch decks and the MJBulls Cannabis Capital Directory. Join today at MJBulls.com. Thanks for listening to the MJBulls podcast. To learn more about today's guest or to become a guest, visit our website at MJBulls.com. Today's show was produced by Bumminit Media with original music composed by Jamie Humiston. I'm Dan Humiston, and you've been listening to the MJBulls podcast.